Every public health effort that we've had in this country from day one has required personal intervention and societal intervention, both. So, like tobacco, like alcohol, personal intervention can call rehab, societal intervention can call laws. Rehab and laws, you need both. For sugar, for processed food, we have nothing. Zilcho, nada, today. Until we have personal intervention and societal intervention, we will not get anywhere. So that's my goal, is to help make that happen. Now, you can't have either without education. So education is the start. And that's what we're doing now, is we're educating. And we know that we're effective, and I can tell you in a minute why. Right? But education softens the playing field and allows for societal intervention to be able to take hold, for people to ultimately accept it. And you can see, look, drunk driving, used to be, you got off with a hand slap. Okay? Now, it's like zero tolerance, right? And, bartenders go to jail if they let people leave the bar, drunk. All right? Click it and ticket, right? If you pull out of your driveway, and you haven't clicked your seatbelt, number one, your kids will scream at you, and number two, the cop will arrest you. Right? Like, how did that happen? Right? And same with tobacco. It used to be smoking was cool. Now it's a filthy habit. How'd that happen? These cultural tectonic shifts over the past 30 years occurred because we educated the public, and especially we educated the children. And the children grew up and they voted. And the naysayers are dead. That's why this is a generational shift. Well, this is what's going on in food now. Okay, we're in the midst of this 30-year cycle, and we're about, I would say, 8 to 9 years into it. So we have a long way to go. But people are starting to respond, and I know they're responding because the food industry actually assessed it for me. Thank you. There is a public relations arm of the food industry called IFIC, the International Food Information Council. Okay, they're the bad guys, but okay.
Yeah, I can imagine. Just by the name, I'm like, that looks great on like a mahogany, office that you walk into in like DC,
Right.
where
Absolutely.
the lobbying is happening.
PR, arm of the food industry. All right. Well, in 2011, they do an annual survey. In 2011, they asked the public a simple question: what component of food is the most obesogenic? What causes the most weight gain? And back then, only 11% of the public said refined carbohydrate or sugar. 42% said a calorie is a calorie, or I don't know. They asked the same question 7 years later, 2018. And now 33% of the public says refined carbohydrate or sugar.